Flying aircraft carriers. People are used to the idea of airplanes taking off from and landing on ships called aircraft carriers, but in the 1930s the U.S. Navy had two aircraft carriers that could fly. The Akon and Makon were designed to carry several small airplanes that could be launched and recovered in midair. Inside each airship was a hangar where the small planes were stored. A hook on the airplane's wing was attached to a trapeze, which lowered the airplane through an opening in the bottom of the airship. The airplane started its engine, unhooked, and flew off. When the airplane returned, the procedure 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 was reversed. The the pilot became so good at landing in the air that some of the airplanes had their wings removed to save weight. Unfortunately, both the Akan and Makon were lost in accidents caused by bad weather and Human error. The Navy lost interest in big zeppelins but continued to fly smaller patrol blimps for many years. The Hindenburg. The Graf's successes and popularity inspired the Zeppelin company to build an even bigger ship. This new ship was the Hindenburg. The Hindenburg was the most luxurious airship ever built. At 255 meters long, or nearly 3 football fields, she is still the largest flying machine ever. The Hindenburg began service in 1936, delighting her passengers and thrilling everyone who saw her. Also, she was designed to use helium. The Hindenburg was filled with hydrogen. At that time, helium was very scarce, and the United States was the only country with enough to fill even one airship. The U.S. refused to sell any helium for the Hindenburg because of the Nazi government that controlled Germany. Even though her crew was extremely careful about any flames or sparks, the Hindenburg burst into flames while landing in stormy weather at Lakehurst, New Jersey in 1937. Of course, everyone blamed the hydrogen for the explosion. New evidence suggested that the cause was actually the fabric covering, which was also very flammable. No matter what the cause, the fiery crash was the end of passenger carrying Zeppelin. Modern airship. After World War II, most people lost interest in big airships. Crossing the ocean on an ocean liner was less expensive, and airplanes were getting bigger and faster. The fiery crash of the Hindenburg made people afraid to fly on Zeppelin even if they were filled with helium. But people have never lost interest in lighter than air flight. Probably the most famous airships of all are the Goodyear blimps. In the 1930s, Goodyear teamed up with the Zeppelin Company to build Zeppelin and blimps for the U.S. Navy. Goodyear also named some blimps to use for advertising its products and hasn't stopped since. Goodyear blimps are seen by millions of people every year. Other companies such as Fujifilm and Metropolitan Life also use blimps to promote their products. In Germany, where the Zeppelin was invented, interest in new airships is very strong. The Zeppelin company is once again building airships. Their new ship is the Zeppelin NT. It is designed for many different uses, including patrol, exploration, advertising, and passenger travel. For the first time in almost 7 years, you can buy a ticket for an airship flight. The company that once flew in the Graf Zeppelin now offers sightseeing trips over Germany. Another German company, Cargo Rifter, is working on a huge airship that will be even bigger than the Hindenburg. This ship will be used to carry very heavy and bulky cargo. It will be able to pick up its load at the factory and drop it right where it needs, especially places that do not have descent roads. Conclusion: once people realized that air could be made lighter by heating it, and that there were gases lighter than air, first it was hot air balloons, then came dirigible that could be steered. These airships got bigger and better. They became dependable, safe means to travel through the air. Dirigibles still fascinate and excite people 150 years after they were invented.